assigned to do the job of ethics and privileges. And the procedure is after laying copies of that report. This is a confirmation hearing. It does not stop the confirmation hearing. But we are glad that you are saying that you are not asking the nominee question. We might as well, as the Speaker and the former governor, ask the nominee. Take a bow and go.
Order. Order, please. Order. Order, please. Distinguished colleagues, Minority Leader, you have not been recognized by the Senate President. Distinguished colleagues, order, please. Order, please.
Mr. President, the leader has spoken. Yes. And by implication, yes. The leader is saying that today, yes, that the Senate should have a rule, yes, that every nominee should bow and go. The Senate...
Order, please. Please let the minority leader speak. Order, please.
What we said, Mr. President, please let me explain. Maybe the leader did not hear me well. We are not saying that you cannot ask questions. You can ask questions, but we are saying.
Order, please. Order, please.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Leader.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
It's good.
Mr. Chairman and distinguished colleagues.
Yes.
As I said, I raise two orders. One is my responsibility as the majority leader. Two, on that order that I raise. The gentleman you see here as a nominee is my responsibility to market him here before the Senate. You people that are given the privilege to ask questions, you said, no, okay,
you sorry, said these people. You will draw these people. Who is these people? Who is these people?
Order.
Who is these people?
Minority Leader, please put off your mind.
Leader, sit down.
You are saying who is these people?
Distinguished colleagues.
He has to withdraw that statement.
Distinguished colleagues.
Who are these people?
He has distinguished.
He has to withdraw the statement. He has to withdraw the statement.
The minority.
Let him withdraw the statement. He has to withdraw the statement.
Hello. Hello. Distinguished.
Sorry. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. What?
Leaders. Minority leader. Minority leader. Minority leader. Sit down. Please sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Distinguished senators. Distinguished colleagues, please, order. I think the Senate leader has already retracted that, so then let us, yes, he did. And I think I'm also saying on his behalf, so let us leave that.
Has he apologized?
Minority leader, yes. He has retracted that. Now let us move. Minority leader got up to speak on behalf that he doesn't have any questions. That is fine. We've noted that. Now, as we agreed in our previous screening, of early after the first case of senators who have come and gone, who have been here before, that there must be some kind of respect to senators or those who have said in the legislative arm. And we have always ensured that even for those, we would have some kind of dialogue. So let us meet and stick to those issues. So what I would suggest, I would direct is, as I was directing, I'd call Senator Nazif to speak if he has any comments or questions. And we just give them the what we have always given to those who have served in the legislative arm of the government. And I think we'll maintain that consistency. Senator Nazif.
Order, please. Order, please.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Suleiman Nazif, and I represent Bauchi North. Mr. Ministerial nominee, you're welcome to the Senate. Having been a former PA, SA, Speaker for 8 years, Governor for 8 years, DG presidential campaign that saw to the victory of the All Progressive Congress in Nigeria. Is that the motto of the Senate?
Order, please.
That makes you a grounded politician, a politician who has had a very challenging career. Mr. Nominee, how can you tell this Senate, and indeed Nigerians, what advice do you have for upcoming politicians to hold on to their cherished views, beliefs, and ideals despite heavy political opponents and dangerous political enemies?
Senator Tayo Lashadra.
I'm not finished.
Oh, sorry.
Number two, you have been a grounded politician who has tested the legislature as well as the executive. This question is on behalf of all Nigerian ministerial nominees from 1999 till date. Can you tell this Senate what is the merit and the demerit of sending ministerial nominees to the Senate from 1999 till date without portfolios? Nigerians have lamented, agonized, and it is fast becoming controversial. If you are confirmed as a minister, would you continue to suggest that ministerial nominees come to the Senate without portfolio? Are the executive making the work of the legislature easier by sending ministers without portfolio? Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Danjuma Goje.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am Mohammed Danjuma Goje, representing Gombe Central and Gombe State. As a former governor, like myself, and a governor of one of the oil-producing states, there is this problem of you people want more allocation from federation account. In addition to the 13% reservation, amnesty, Ministry of Niger Delta. But whenever we ask you to account for what you get hostile. The one leader is here, the two of you, you really led the fight. You don't want to account for what you get, you want more. Now that you are leaving Niger Delta, you are coming to the center. Do you still hold this view? Secondly, if you are confirmed as a minister, and if Mr. President decides to post you to the Ministry of Niger Delta, there is this controversial project, the East-West Road, which you have condemned the former minister, particularly Orubabe, for his inability to do that road. If you are posted to that ministry, what would you do differently to ensure that you complete that project? Thank you.
Taya Lashadra.
My name is Senator Tayo Alashuadura, representing Ondo Central at the Senate. I have only one question to the nominee, and the question borders on the fact that you were made the chairman of the Governors Forum for the first time, and during the second time, there were a lot of controversies. And one of the people who contested with you at that period is here today as a senator. I want to know, sir, whether you actually believed that figure 19 is greater than figure 16. Thank you, sir.
Rotimi Amaechi.
Your Excellencies, distinguished senators, the last question from Senator Nacharadu is the most difficult one for me. Why I say it's the most difficult one is that I don't know what I will say that will annoy my colleagues and brothers on the side of PDP. When I woke up this morning, I woke up on the bright